Welcome to the final game of this qualifying match at the Intel Extreme Masters Gamescom Qualifier Day 1. Spawning in the bottom right hand position of Terraform as the red Protoss player representing Team Cascade. Winning game number 1, unable to close off the deal with an Immortal Sentry All-In in game 2. It's DMC. His opponent spawning is the pink Zerg player in the top left position, representing Team Extreme Supremacy. Very, very strong, and he's managing to make the comeback. He defended well in game 2. He needs to win one more game himself. Can he do it? It's Elazer. Oh, there's going to be such a sick group of players in the double elimination bracket tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. And unfortunately, only one of these guys can go through. And you know what? I don't even know who I'd prefer to go through. These guys are both great. Both very, very strong European StarCraft players. Do I think either of them is necessarily going to win the whole thing tomorrow? They are kind of outsiders. Taking a look at some of the invited players tomorrow, like such a strong bracket. But they give it a good go, and in a double elimination bracket where 3 people go through, yeah, why not, actually? So, all sorts of things going on. Not entirely clear. Pool going down before hatch for Elazer. Just being nice and chilled out and comfortable. Not getting into any positions where he gets caught by some super early game cheese or something like that. And building 4 initial Zerglings to make sure he has that map control, to make sure he can scout. Will he go around scouting for proxies and stuff like that? I don't know. Do we see Stargates here, for example? Is that like a thing? Probably not as it currently stands based on what I've seen from these players, but you never know. It is game 3, and a lot is on the line after all. You get interesting decisions sometimes being made. And this Overlord, just going to make sure there's a prerequisite number of pylons here. Good. Don't have one of them missing. Sees a cybernetics core going down. All these timings look hunky-dory. And that's going to be fairly fine from our Zerg point of view. 4-minute third base coming in from Elazer as well. As the Queens start their injecting. Be waddling down to the natural expansion. Quicker to be able to inject there. Then wait for the new queen to come out. Of course, you're going to have to get a little bit of energy on this queen, but you will be able to eventually. These 4 Zerglings are actually inside the base and doing a good amount of damage at the moment. A little bit careless, actually. And the first of the 2 pylons is going to go down as well. I think that's the only damage you're going to be able to do, though, because this Zergling for sure is not going to be able to kill off any probes. That's going to be really annoying for DMC. He's not going to want to be... He's not going to want to be in this kind of position early on. I mean, he's not supply blocked or anything like that. He's perfectly prepared for this sort of thing. Just very, very frustrating from his end. Once the Mothership Core is out, though, it should be significantly easier to defend against this, and that is the end of any and all aggression. So if we take a look, guys, no work is killed or anything like that. Managed to pick off a pylon, ever so slightly annoying. DMC's going to be kicking himself a little for that, but not too much. Not too much. In the meantime, third base now complete. Elazer will be able to start populating this, and he's doing nothing but droning up at the moment. Bowling off with a couple more gateways. See? Much better than a cybernetics core and a forge, which just make me nervous. Of course, hopefully it won't even come to that. We won't need to be having that discussion, but man, when they get sniped off, it hurts. Hurts a lot. Hatchery's now completing over here. Again, still no indication of tech coming out from Elazer right now. If we take a look at his map vision, what can he see? He's wanting to react to something. He's playing the reactionary play. He's wanting to find something to react to. But he can't spot the tech. And he can't spot the tech because as it currently stands, there actually isn't any. No hidden buildings over here or anything like that. DMC is probably just going to be gunning for his third by the looks of things. Both players just waiting for the other to move so that they can react in this game, and nothing's actually happening. As a result, we're going straight up to layer before Roach Warren. Coming out of here from Elazer. Still waiting to choose his tech. More sentries are being produced, by the way. But a third base is down, unless this is some sort of Nexus cancel Immortal all-in. We're not really going to be seeing any sort of game-ending push from here. Don't forget we have no Robo on as well. It's going to be a gateway, ladies and gentlemen. A gateway pressure, and I can't call it an all-in because... Oh no, I can now! I definitely can now. The third base has been cancelled. Okay. Okay. We're going up to 8 gateways, ladies and gents. This is it. It's 8 gates off of 2 base. This pylon is no longer supporting a Nexus. We have units moving out across the map over here on the left-hand side. Pylon going down. What does Elazer see? Elazer's actually never seen the third base, so he's got no clue what's going on right now. Sentries and Stalkers coming off to kill this particular base. Probes trying, drones trying to buy time. Double Spine Crawler coming down. Time Warp. And a force field coming down as well. The drones continuing to fight. Elazer knows his tournament life is on the line. The first Roaches are trying to react to this. Maybe he waited a bit too long for the tech. There wasn't going to be any tech. There was just going to be units to the face with a side order of units and units for dessert. And that's exactly what we're getting from the Protoss point of view right now. This base is probably going to have to be abandoned. But does that mean it's game? The Roach are going to try and do a couple more pot shots. A few more of them go down, though, as a result. Drones being pulled once again, but they're almost all dead at this point. Now it's just units versus units. More Zerglings coming to reinforce, and it looks like we're going to have to see our Protoss reposition himself. But the number of drones that have gone down have made this attack worth it already. 83 to 92 supply at the moment. 45 to 39 drones. Don't forget the third base was cancelled for DMC. Just because he wins this particular battle doesn't 100% mean the game. It depends on how Elazer chooses to react. Elazer possibly hanging on by the skin of his teeth right now, picking off a lot of Stalkers. There aren't really any Zealots to buffer up the damage in this army, and actually, DMZ's army is starting to thin out. As Elazer done it, was his decision to pull drones as soon as he saw the attack the correct one in order to save himself and win this game? I mean, that's such a difficult decision. If you're playing any race, if you see an attack incoming, your first instinct is pull your units, don't pull your workers yet. Elazer made the opposite decision. He went, pull workers now. If I defend against this, I'm going to win. Was probably his reaction. But he hasn't actually seen the third base. The third could have been down, so he's probably just assumed that this is a 2-base gateway. And it is going to be enough. GG, well played. DMC gets beaten back, and Elazer fights back after losing one of those games. And he is through to the bracket tomorrow with a 2-1 victory over DMC. Well fought by DMC. Incredibly exciting series, but it is Elazer that's going to go through. Congratulations.